Hey, Sack Guy here. Today I'm doing a video response on Paddy Potato Peeler's video, The Magnificent Seven. 7 models of Rough Ryder knives. And I also saw a couple other people, Tobias and some other people that had done one. And I thought I would do mine because they didn't show a couple of the knives that I got. So, gonna start off with the Barlows. The reason I have 2 Barlows, or the reason I have more than one knife of a model, is that just to show the little bit difference. Like I said, I've got 2 Barlows. This is one of the older ones. It's got the Rough Ryder shield down here, bow tie, and it's got Rough Ryder with an I and the old logo that they had. And it's standard 2-blade Barlow, and the blade is just under 2.5 inches for the master blade, and then the small blade pen blade is just over 1 3/4 inches. So the other one is a newer Rough Ryder. This is the copper Barlow, and this is see here. Well, you can't see it on it. It's so small, but it's a Rough Ryder with a Y. It's a newer one. It's showing the R on the bolster, and it's got a little shield here. It says "Always Ready," and the dimensions are the same as the other, just that the blades are blackened. Kind of cool little knife. Got a nice feel to it. This one is a little bit lighter, but I enjoy this one a little bit more. I really like the copper stuff. Then I have my Copperhead, and as we know, I really like the Copperheads. I've got a couple others, I just didn't feel like digging them out. I like this with the copper swirl. I carry this on a regular basis. Go digging in the ground with it, cutting up roots and whatnot on plants that I'm trying to get rid of. It's a nice little all-around, to me, work knife. And the blades on this, well, actually, let's do the handle. Handle's 3.5 inches, and then the blade is 2 3/4 inches with a cutting edge of 2 1/4, 2.5 almost. So, like I said, just a handy little pocket knife to carry. Fits my hand real nice. And then we come to one of the Rough Ryder Reserve models that I got. As you can see, I have 3 different Rough Ryder Reserves. The first one I have here is the original clasper, as they call it. It's the original clasp knife. These are made of D2 steel. This is one of the larger, I believe so far, of the Rough Ryder Reserves. The handle is right around 4.5 inches, and the blade is right around 3.5 inches. It's a nice size knife. They call this the original clasp knife, and it's a liner lock. It's got a 90-degree stop on it. This particular style of knife is originally known as a grizzly pattern, and a lot of times they were single blade, but you could also have a two-bladed knife. And when Paddy Potato, I keep getting my tongue tied trying to say it. When Paddy Potato Peeler was talking about his Rough Riders, he was talking about 30 to 40 pounds, if I remember correctly, for the regular Rough Riders. And for the Rough Rider Reserve, he was talking 50 and 60 pounds. That's almost double what we pay for the knives. I think I paid for most of my regular Rough Riders around the $15 mark. And then for the I believe this one was 40, right around $45, and then these two were in the $38 range, $35 to $40 range. And he's talking in the neighborhood of 50, 60 pounds, and it's around, last time I checked, might be even higher, it was around $1.50 to $2 to the pound. That was the last time I checked. So he's paying a whole lot more for his over in England. And then the next one I've got is another Rough Rider Reserve, and this is called the Hedgehog, and it's actually a muskrat pattern. And the reason for that is that you've got two blades and one at each end. A lot of times the muskrats will have the same type of blade at each end. On this one you have the Wharncliff blade and then the clip point blade. And it's just kind of a cool knife. Comes in handy having the two large blades. It's a little bit weighty, but it's a cool knife. And this is right at 3 3/4 inches for the handle, and then the blade is 2 3/4 inches. So decent sized knife, can get the job done. One of the things I like about the Rough Rider Reserves is they come in a can and they're protected. I just like the can, the way the cans look that they come in. And they also come with a cleaning cloth, which comes in handy. The next one is Rough Rider. This is the model. Oh man, that's a rough opening. This is the RR09. It's the Swayback Canvas Micarta Swayback Work knife. It's got the Wharncliff blade. And I got, one of the main reasons I got this one is because I have the work knife, the Swayback work knife, in the original that came out, and then the blue Micarta also. And all three of them are the same length. They've got a just over 3 3/4 inch handles with a 3-inch blade on them. So, and all of them have the half stop. And I got the first one. This is considered a factory second. I bought this at Smoky Mountain Knife Works, and when they got them, then the kick there was too high, and the blades were closing, and they were sticking up. They were, as I said, too proud. They had to grind that down, so it was considered a factory second, and I got it very inexpensively when I was at Smoky Mountains. Just happened to be there. And in case anyone asks, none of these knives are for sale. I had on a couple of my videos, people because these are out of production, have asked me if I wanted to sell them. So, and one of the cool things about the tan Micarta one is it's got the notch there so you can grab the blade and pull it up if it's too much for you to use the nail nick. And on this one it's very stiff, and I can see where someone would need to use one of these little gizmos that they got for opening knives, you know. But it saves your fingernails, and then you can open it up the rest of the way. So hopefully that was in camera. I'll have to see. But these are kind of handy as a mini pry bar. And like I said, this one's got a very heavy pull on it. It's about, I would say, an 8. And then we come to two of my favorite ones. The first one here is the Tadpole flipper. It's an assisted flipper, and Big Red EDC likes to call it the Angry Watermelon because it is green, does kind of look like a miniature watermelon, but just kind of cool little knife. And it's a liner lock. You close it up one-handed. I carried it for a while. Opening packages and stuff, it's not too bad, but when you want to go, you know, maybe cutting a little bit of string or something, but it's a little bit too small, you can't get a really great purchase on it. But open up packages, clean your fingernails or whatever, it's a fun little knife to have. Every once in a while I'll grab this and throw it in my pocket, just for grins and giggles, just really a fidget toy. But it's a fun one. Just to show the size on this thing, it's right at 2 inches closed, and then the blade is about 1.5 inches. So it's just a cool little knife. Like I said, turns into a fidget toy for me. And then the last one, the big behemoth. I asked for this one year for Christmas. The wife didn't give it to me, but she got it along with a couple other knives and gave the other knives to me for Christmas. And my birthday's in January, not long after Christmas, and I got this for my birthday. It's a flipper. It is the giant Wharncliff tan flipper, and okay, we can get the whole thing in the picture if we do this. That sucker's big. The blade is 5.5 inches. Oh, sorry, 5.25 inches, and the handle is about 6.5 inches. This is a meaty knife. It's a liner lock. Got some red spacers on it. The only thing I found that if you're like me and you just sit there while you're watching videos on YouTube or something, I'll be sitting at my desk where I have this, and I'll be sitting here flipping it open. It'll loosen up a little bit, and it's got this little pin here, and I take my mini champ and take the well, basically the screwdriver, and just put it in the little, it's got these little divots right here, and you can push on it and tighten it up. I think it's a number 6 torque screw. Sometimes I'll go looking for my screwdriver and tighten it up also. But it's got a pocket clip. And it's just, again, a fidget toy. Also, I carry it around with me sometimes because in Oklahoma you can carry a knife with a blade up to 6 inches long. And don't take my word for it, look that up. I could be wrong, they could have changed it on me. But that's a, cool knife. I do carry it once in a while around the yard and stuff when I'm cutting up some vines or whatever. Or I just want to scare the crap out of somebody. They'll say, hey, can I borrow a knife? And I'll whip this out and hand it to them. They go, what? I've done that to a few people. But it's just fun for me. It's a tan micarta. Really cool knife. And again, just like playing with it. So, that's my Magnificent 7 of Rough Ryder. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or comments about any of these knives, I have made videos on all of them. So you can go back and look in my catalog and check them out. And if you have any questions or comments, again, please leave them below. And remember, always be prepared.